All right, we are fixing to go camping, guys. I hope this is gonna be a pretty good journey. Taking Bailey with me. Bailey, you ready to go camping? Baby, you ready to go camping? He's ready to go camping. And we're gonna try a good spot. It's the one I tried earlier in this other video that I did. Obviously, not sure which one will be out first. I may get pretty crazy and do this one first. Guys, stick around. This is gonna be a great night. It's not gonna be super cold. I think it says right at 59. It's supposed to be 28 tonight, so it's not too cold. Cold enough, and I'm gonna get my fill of this camping, and then hopefully this will be a regular thing. I got the stove dialed in, so enough chit-chatting. Let's roll, guys. Alright, this is stock microphone, no microphone on it whatsoever. We just got here, it's windy. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that this is the spot that I want. Yes, I am kind of car camping. This is not where I wanted to officially go, but you know what, it works. This should be the last crappy audio that you guys hear. I'll be putting the microphone on here in a second, but yeah, I think this is where I was setting up before. I think I may go up this a little bit more. There's more of a flat spot, and the trees are not as huge up there, so we're gonna walk up there, we're gonna see, and yeah, so stay with me, guys. This should be a good camping trip. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna be eating tonight. Since this is my first time ever doing this with a dog, actually in a hot tent, I'm gonna celebrate. Now, I usually do not drink ever, and anybody that knows me knows that I do not drink, but I like Bud Light for the most part, and let me show you what I got here in a second. I decided to try to do something that, well, ordinary. So I got this blueberry Mojito, I don't even know. I don't drink, so that's probably not right. Maybe it is right, I don't know. Mojito, whatever. It's 10% alcohol, so it should be pretty good. But I love blueberries. I'm not sure how it's going to taste with the alcohol, but anyway, got that for later on tonight. I got a bag of goodies, guys. I've got a piece of steak for Bailey. I've got all kinds of vegetables, potatoes, onions, mushrooms, bell peppers, so on and so forth, asparagus, and last but not least, guys, I have me a New York strip. Yeah, that ought to be good. So, having said all that, I'm gonna put this on ice, and I'm going to go ahead and start getting my camp together. It's plenty of time before dark, but I don't want to be caught with my pants down, literally. Or not literally, but anyway, I don't want to be doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything. I got a lot of leaves to scrape away. Last time I did this, I made sure I said I would scrape the leaves away. I meant to bring a rake, but you know what? So what? We'll just use our feet and our hands, and we'll just go at it and get this area clear for my tent to put down so I don't catch any leaves on fire. And we'll commence putting this tent up. I won't show you that process. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. It's just a tent, but anyway, hopefully later on, Bailey and I will be going for a little hike. There's a big valley I want to go up. It's probably about 3.5 miles. I don't know if we're gonna do all of it or not, but I like to go down and check it out. So I'm trying to stay out of this wind because I do have a microphone on. I don't know how good it's gonna muffle the wind, but we'll see. All right, well, we are just about done. Obviously I didn't record any of that. Got the tent in there. I'm gonna take you in there for a quick little tour. I'm using my self-inflating mattress right now to go ahead and self-inflate, and I'll blow the rest of the way up. And as soon as I get that in there, I'm gonna take you guys for a little tour. My little puppy dog here is nothing but cry, cry, cry. I mean, he wanted to come, and now look at him. Just a little crybaby. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of the tent up. I'll take you for a tour, and I gotta go collect some firewood and make a fireplace. We're gonna have a fire out here tonight, along with, as long as it's not super windy, and then we'll have one in our tent also. Probably won't have it too long because it's like I said, it's only supposed to be 28 tonight, and the sleeping system that I have was good for, I want to say it's good for like -10, so I should be all right. But hey, we're out here camping, we gotta have a fire, right? You like being out here, boy? Minus your crying. All right, let me show you guys real quick why the wind's not so fierce. This is what I'm using for my sleeping pad. It's a Basecamp XL Thermarest. Now, I've used several different kinds of these before. One thing I want to say is, how come self-inflating is really not self-inflating? But regardless, it is very nice. I love this part. I know probably the rest of the crap that's in it is probably not USA made, but anyway, this is my sleeping bag here. It's 20 degrees. So you may wonder how did I come up with that negative number that I had? Actually, I had to rethink it because it's actually -7. So I got this. It's supposed to add 27 degrees warmth to my setup. Not only that, but this is an R value of 5. So I'm just going to say, you know, we'll just keep it at -7. That way we're safe, because that's what the math actually does. Now let me show you inside my tent, because that's really what the... There we go. Now, I have a sleeping, like, cot, I guess. It's pretty light and folds down really, really, really very small and does very good. And you see here on my stove, I put these rocks. These will serve as not only to keep my pipe from, you know, shaking all over the place, hopefully. Also, when they heat up, they will obviously produce a little heat. So we're gonna go and we're gonna get some wood. He is like, what in the heck is this dude even remotely talking about? So anyway, we're gonna go get some wood, stack some up in here. We're gonna get some for the fire pit we gotta make, and then yeah, we're gonna have a good old time. Let's get up here and get some firewood. Bailey, you hungry, bud? Let's go ahead and let's get you some kibble before we go collect our wood. What do you think? And tonight you'll eat like a fat dog. I got you some steak. Yeah, buddy. Should have brought you some rice, but I didn't. I don't want to spoil you. So Ryan, you actually got me this set right here, and I haven't really cooked on it yet, but this is perfect for the dog right now. This is a nice little setup here I got. I'll show you this before we leave out of here. And really, really nice setup. Thank you, Ryan. I do appreciate it. So one thing I picked up along the way for our camping trip for Ron C and I is I bought this pack saw. Now I bought it because I have a wooden one, a little buck saw, which is super good, super good, handmade quality. And I thought, you know what? I think this was like 30 bucks. And I thought, I'm gonna try it because there's a lot of these out on the market, and I've never seen anybody do the Outdoor Edge one. So today, we're gonna take this buck saw, we're gonna cut us some firewood. We're gonna go up a trail up there. There's a couple trees down that I saw. We just went up there, and we're gonna go up there and cut them and bring them back here to camp and have a fire. I don't know when we're gonna start a fire, but it is sure windy out here today, guys. I did not really want that to be, but it is what it is. I'm happy to be out of here. My wife, thank you for letting me come out here. You set aside a lot of time for me. I really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get up here, cut some trees down. We've got probably about 2.5, 3 hours of light left, and it's gonna be dark here quicker because that mountain behind us is very, very tall. So once it goes down, temperature's gonna drop. Put his jacket on, We'll have a fire. And then we're gonna, after we get this wood, we're gonna relax. We got a little hammock up here. It's gonna be a good day, guys. I will say so far, saw's all right. I'm not a big fan of it yet. I'm not a big fan of this as of yet, but the night is still young. We're gonna head on up here. I know there's drywood up there. I just wanted to see how this thing would react on that log right there. And I'll let that one die, and next year when I come here, that sucker will be ready to cut up. All right, well, let's try this saw. Now this, I did cut, I cut it down, I think it was last time I was up here, and it is very hard wood. I can attest to that. So we're gonna see if this saw is really what it's cracked up to be. I know this is dry, so we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't let me down. If not, I do have the good one in the truck. So let's commence the cut and see what happens. So not a big fan of it. It's very wobbly. I don't know. I know this is extremely hard wood. Like this is really, really, really hard. Maybe for smaller branches, maybe, but it just feels like everything is, I don't know. Not a big fan of it, I don't think. Well, whew. I butchered my way through that one. Yeah, I don't recommend that for no, I mean that wood is extremely hard. Whew. I broke a sweat, babe. Whew. Anyway, I gotta get some more wood and then, yeah, relax. So I'll tell you a little bit about this saw right here. I've used it for, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, and yeah, this is the wood that I collected with it. You probably didn't see any. Actually, I did collect some with it, but I went back to my regular buck saw because that thing was literally wearing me out. Now, guys, I know that it is a short saw, and that's probably a lot of the reason why I'm having such trouble with it. And this is a, you know, longer blade, but you know, I always go back to the quality. You know, I don't care much about, oh, I gotta be ultralight, because you know, I'm a pretty big boy and I can carry quite a bit of stuff, kind of like a pack mule. So, you know, this weighs more than that, but let me show you what I cut with this. Now, I didn't honestly cut that much wood with that, but well, I cut some of that, I ain't gonna lie, before I came up here. Now I cut probably about arm and load and a half, plus I brought a little bit for our campfire. We're gonna make it with rocks here in a few seconds. So, you know, I did bring some, but for the most part, you know, all that stuff was cut just a little bit beforehand. But I did use this saw, you know, guys, and I can't go wrong with it. I mean, it cuts, it does what it needs to do. And this was, like I said, made by Nick Stowell. I'll leave a video up here if you guys want to watch it. It's one of my earlier videos, so it's probably not nearly as good as the other ones that I'm doing now. Okay. So let me get this fire pit built, and we'll start relaxing in our hammock. Alright, so with the camp chores all done, all we lack now is eating and starting the fires. I got all the wood chopped up. I was trying to do a little time lapse. Not a very good time lapse person. I think he's ready to go to bed. But I'm trying to learn how to do a little bit better. Battery went dead halfway through, so I didn't get the full fire pit, wood chopping, all that jazz. But anyway, I got everything I need to be done. It is time. I'm very hot. It's not hot out here right now. It's probably, what do you think, about 40-ish, probably 40, 39, 40. So it's cooling down pretty quick. But we've been moving around a lot, so we're pretty warm. I'm gonna go ahead and lay in the old hammock for just a little bit and just relax and enjoy nature. Listen to God's country at its finest. Tell you what, there's nothing like being in nature. So as you see, I had to turn the, had to put my glasses back on because he thought he heard something. It's probably been about 15 minutes. I was actually, I ain't gonna say snoozing, but I was feeling good. And yeah, he thought he heard something, so he started growling, barking. Come to find out it was a one of them helicopter airplanes, you know, the ones that Marines usually use. The wings turn up so it'll land straight down. Yeah, it came right over here. He heard it long before I did. Anyway, we probably have about 45 minutes before the sun goes down, so I'm just gonna enjoy me and him a little bit of time, and we'll probably get the fire started here in about probably when the sun starts going down. Anyway, I'm just gonna enjoy this. So it is getting a little chilly out here, so we're gonna go ahead and put. He loves his jacket. Come here. All right, let's put one arm at a time. We're gonna put the lighter one on him right now because it's not that cold, but it's cold enough. All right, roll over. He doesn't like this. Oh, whoa, 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 hold on. Don't worry, I won't get your wiener in there. All right, hold on. All right, here you go. Good boy. All right. It is getting chilly. I might put a jacket on here for too long also. All right, the sun just went down. As you can see it right over the hill there. It's gone, so stuff is gonna start happening now. We're gonna be getting our fire started. I wanna show you guys the pit we made real quick. I'm gonna give you just another little tour, even though we already did it once before. But anyway, I'm just pretty proud of it. Thank God Bailey helped me because whew, it was pretty rough. But check it out. See what I did there, rough? There's our semi-wood pile we have, of course. And then we got another little pile here. And our fire pit, our amazing fire pit. I made it bigger in the back, so the smoke will hopefully draw back that way and take off and keep out of our face. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting things together. We need to start eating because I'm very hungry. I'm sure he is too, because once he smells steak, it's game on. So anyway, it's gonna be a good time, guys. God, I love this. This is amazing, guys. Get out in nature. Even if you got to park right beside your truck, just get out in nature. Because we are in the woods. There's no houses anywhere. This is it. We had to drive in on this road, and it's, God, I love it. So even though I have more than enough wood, I decided to go get more. You know, anybody that comes camping, especially out in the woods, and you don't, like I said, I didn't bring a whole lot of stuff with me as far as wood goes. You know, it's a chore. But you know, it's a very rewarding chore. I mean, you can't come out here in God's country and enjoy this without having some work, you know. So it seems like no matter how much wood that I have, I feel like I'm not gonna have enough. I mean, I'm not burning fire all night. I'm just burning it long enough to make my dinner, and then just enjoy that beer, and then call it a night, I guess. I mean, because there's not really much else to do. But I feel like it got cold. I mean, it's pretty chilly now, I ain't gonna lie. All right, it's pretty dark out here. That lens is very nice. I'm gonna try to keep myself in frame just a little bit. So I have some good food here to eat. And the thing about it is, I don't really want to cook it over an huge open fire just yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my Bushbox XL in this pit right here. I'm gonna go ahead and cook on that just for tonight. And I did bring this. It's just a little grill that goes in there. I was gonna lay it up on the rocks and cook, but you know, I just want to enjoy the rest of the evening and not really mess around with this too much. So I need to go ahead and cut these vegetables up, prep them up, get them ready, start the fire, and start cooking, because you see him over there, he's pretty hungry, and well, quite frankly, so am I. So let's go ahead and turn our light on here, see what we got. Now, we have this New York strip, which I already told you about. I got some onion, a little bit of butter, this garlic and herb seasoning. Wow, guys, you talk about some good stuff here. And then, of course, I have a little bit of garlic too to add to everything. All right, so a potato, some bell peppers, mushrooms, and asparagus. Should be a pretty good little spread. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. I gotta watch him because he's gonna want to eat this steak before I even have a chance to get everything cut up, I have a feeling. So let's go ahead and commence to cutting everything. Alright, this is what we got so far. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's gonna be a pretty big old pan of stuff. Now I probably shouldn't have put the potatoes in there. I should have cooked them a little first and then put everything else in there. And I may end up taking them back out, but this is what I got right here as of right now, so you guys can see. So we'll go ahead and start the fire, and I'll bring you back here in just a second after I get everything pretty much loaded up. Alright, we have got the Bushbox XL on fire. Everything is ready. I was going to take my own advice and take my vegetables out, but I decided not to. I'm just going to cook them in there. If the potatoes are crunchy, hey, lesson learned for next time. Guys, this Bushbox XL is so versatile. I mean, it's just, I don't know what I can say about it. It's amazing, honestly. So let's go ahead and cook this. I do have some olive oil in there. And I do have some butter, obviously, so we'll bring you back here in a few minutes after everything gets all where it needs to be, and I'll show you the final outcome. It might take who knows how long, but it's going to be well worth the wait. Gosh, guys, I'll tell you what, there is absolutely nothing like a homemade meal out in the wilderness. I tell you, man. Awesome. I know my mouth and Bailey's is definitely watering. The meat is finally on. Thank goodness, huh? Vegetables are, I got some coals down, and the vegetables are actually just chilling out, waiting. Well, not chilling, but they're doing their thing while I'm cooking this meat. I can't wait, guys. Oh man, I can't wait. Alright, we are fixing to eat. We're going to eat on the ground. I didn't bring any kind of anything except what you see here, so hey, there's nothing wrong with this, right? Hopefully you can see. I'm going to go ahead and cut his steak up, get him eaten, and then I'll show you mine. It's too damn hot to hold. Maybe maybe just for a little second. But check this out, guys. You're not gonna get this in no daggone fancy restaurant. That is tight. This is the meal, guys. Hope it's not overpowering the light, but yeah, it's super phenomenal. That fire just makes the steak excellent. I'm gonna enjoy this while it's still warm, and then make a fire and just, I guess, call it a night after that. We'll go do our dishes, and then anyway, let me get done eating here. All right, guys, got a fire going. I'm gonna drink my Club Tails blueberry mojito. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know, mojo. I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna try it out. Not much of a drinker, but we're gonna try it out and see. Whew. No matter what happens, it always seems like you get the coals right in your face. I mean, the smoke right in your face. Phew. All right, bottoms up. Whew. So I don't see myself finishing this. This thing is very alcoholic. Whew. I'm not a real big alcohol person, so I'm probably gonna sip on it. It's very blueberry-ish and very alcohol. I can taste the alcohol big time in it, so a little bit too much for me. But anyway, we'll sip a little bit of it, and then we'll dump the rest out and we'll head to bed. All right, we're gonna be heading to bed here soon. I know it's getting, the smoke is making my lens a little foggy, but just know that this will be the last time you see me till morning, unless something comes through the camp or something and I want to record it. But I'm gonna try to take a picture of that moon. Apparently the video is not very good, so we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we'll see you in the morning. Hopefully we have a good evening. Let this fire die down and we're out. Well, I had to start a fire. Bailey thought he heard something and started ground barking, woke me up. I don't know, it's probably close to 1. So we can look, there's nothing out there. He took a pee and he's still outside. But anyway, we started a fire. It's pretty chilly in here. Got a little smoke coming in, but that's soon to end here just in a second. I got the top up right now, so it's okay. You probably can hear the fire. It's roaring, but let me go ahead and shut this a little bit so there's not so much smoke. Anyway, see, it automatically stops, which is good. But anyway, it's pretty chilly, like I said. Yeah, oh, sorry, boy. Good morning. It is frigid. It's pretty cold. All right, good morning. It is freezing. Yes, I am literally freezing. I don't know what the temperature is. I'm gonna look in my truck here in a second. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it is cold, guys. I didn't sleep the best last night. After he got up, you know, I think it was 1-ish, we started that fire, and anyway, it was just waking up every so often to feed the fire. So the question is, did the stove actually keep the tent completely warm? No. I have some work to do with it, I think, still. But, I mean, I wasn't freezing in there. I wasn't freezing until I come out here. So, I mean, this is what I wore to bed, this and underwear, so that's really all I had. And I had my sleeping bag and my sleeping pad and my sleeping bag liner. Other than that, everything else was good. So, anyway, we're gonna let this fire burn down inside the tent. Probably gonna move my stuff out here, make a cup of coffee, and probably just hang out for a little while. I got some things to do around here, clean up and all that, so it was a good night. I mean, I'm not tired or anything, so it's good. It's always good to be in the woods. Somebody made me some of this coffee. There's some pretty good stuff. This is whole bean. I mean, it's just, oh man, it just smells delicious. Look at that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and make this in the French press, grind it up in my little firebox grinder, and have a cup of coffee. Alright, so with this we'll just grind up these beans. Take a few seconds and we'll have us a pretty nice cup of coffee. Alright, I'm really not sure if you guys know what this coffee is even about. I did a little video on this a while back. Yeah, video didn't do very good, but it doesn't really matter. The coffee is excellent. So this is called Pure Maga. This company actually reached out to me, asked me if I'd like to try out their coffee. And I was like, of course. Who doesn't like coffee? Anyway, it's got a whole lot of stuff. I'll leave a little link down below. It says this coffee's not for the faint of heart, so on and so forth. But anyway, guys, I'm making coffee. Great, 1 cup at a time. She's about ready to boil. Yeah, she's boiling now, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make this coffee. We're gonna start drinking it. This AeroPress, it's fantastic. Firebox stove, guys, if you don't know anything about this stuff, that's what I cooked in last night. All those vegetables and stuff. If you don't know anything about that guy, check his channel out. He's got a YouTube channel. Phenomenal. And his products that he has is just second to none, guys. Almost forgot to put my coffee in. Helicopter sounds like. Guys, I want to say a couple things. Okay. So first of all, yes, it was very cold this morning, last night. The truck said 27 when I got in it, just to see how. Okay, you're gonna have to get down. Get down. Get. Anyway, truck said 27. And it definitely felt like it. The stove did do good. I said it didn't, but I want to clarify what I mean exactly. So the heat stays up at the top a lot and doesn't stay around the sides at all very much. Now, to be really, really warm, I guess I needed to be right up against the stove. I was to the far, far corner, as you guys probably saw when I first showed you what my sleeping arrangement was in there. It was okay. I didn't get, the only thing that got cold, literally, the whole entire night was my nose and my toes. Other than that, I was like a bug in a rug. I was good. And, you know, I enjoyed being out here for sure. You know, although I didn't get to do this in the super, super cold, it was pretty cold, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't bring a whole lot of clothes because what I saw in the weather was like 30 degrees or something like that, so I just assumed that it wouldn't be as bad as it was. It was pretty cold and windy, off and on. The wind blew, and when the wind blew, especially when I was out of the tent, whew, yeah, pretty good. I'll tell you something about AeroPress coffee, which I've never known ever. So the taste is 100% different. You know, like if you get McDonald's coffee or coffee from Folgers or whatever, there's a huge difference. Like, it's unbelievable. Had I not tried it by myself, I probably would have never known that. To hear somebody say that, I'd be like, I don't know, but it is a huge, huge, huge difference. It's actually so much better. It doesn't have that, I don't know, there's a taste, but it doesn't have. It's good, real good. So, anyway, plan for the day is to basically clean up. The stove is still hot. I can still see heat coming out of it. It's right at about 8 o'clock. I woke up at 6:08, so it was, you know, we didn't sleep, like I said, a whole lot. We did a lot of stoking the fire and such like that, but we had a good time. So every time I'm out here, I learn a little bit more. You know, I know that next time, definitely should bring clothes just in case, because you never know. I did bring extra pants and a shirt, but I didn't bring anything extra heavy because, I mean, I had this jacket, that's it. So, but it was okay. So I just buried everything right here just to make sure that, first of all, like I said, no animals will come here. And it's still here, thank goodness. I'm going to take it home and wash it. But anyway, it's buried under the water with one rock in it. I'll show you here in a second. Here's the cutting board. Just put a rock in, like I said. Don't throw the rock down to get wet. All right, well, excuse my hair. It's pretty bad. It's actually very, very warm right now, so I'm gonna go ahead. I think still got a little heat coming out, but I touched the pipe. I can actually touch it now, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take this thing down, get everything out, start packing it up, and get ready to head home. So I'm gonna try to do another little time lapse and see how that thing works. Yeah, we'll see. All right, we're about ready to go here, and I want to tell you that we put these rocks right here on top of the stove, and that helped tremendously. I think I told you guys, maybe I even showed you, I'm not sure, but these things retain the heat even after the tent was down. They're obviously now cool to the touch, but they retain the heat a while. So next time, I'm not only going to put them on the top, but I'm going to put them underneath also. So hopefully the heat will radiate down, keep those rocks nice and warm, and everything will be just peachy in that tent. One last thing I need to do before we leave here, and that's, I went down and I got a gallon of water from the creek. I'm definitely going to douse all of my ashes. I think it's out pretty well, but it never hurts just to make sure. And of course you see I cleared, you'll see here in a second, but I cleared everything around it, so You know, I cut enough wood, but I'm glad I cut the rest of what I needed. I do know now that I will have to have quite a bit more for the tent for sure. Secondly, the smaller the better until you get a huge amount of coals, and then you can put pretty much whatever you want in there, and it burns pretty damn good. Also, I want to say you do get what you pay for on most things. That saw, I'm sorry to say, but it's going back. It's really junk. Don't buy it. It's a piece of crap, believe me when I say that. And yeah, so I think we're about ready to roll out. If you can see behind me, guys, there's some red paint here. That's National Forest, guys. This is what, you know, you can come out here and use. You come out here and you can camp, you can hunt, you can fish, you can hike. Get out and enjoy it, especially a day like today. I'm telling you right now, if it's not 55 degrees, I don't know what is. There was bees flying around a second ago. I'm sure you may have heard them. They buzzed by the camera a second ago when I was down here. But I do want to say thank you to all my subscribers, guys. You make this possible for me to do this. You make me want to come out here and do this. And I love this. This was a lot of work, but so worth it, guys. I'm telling you right now, nothing is more rewarding than coming out here in nature and having a great time. Guys, if you like what you see, make sure you wave at me and Bailey. God bless, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.